the lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share.
Welcome back. Welcome into the Lion's Share off-season edition following the AFC and NFC Championships. And also, the Lions have an offensive coordinator. For those of you who listened to our little rapid reaction mini-sode last week, we appreciate you and thank you to all the shareholders out there. We'll go a little bit deeper in this episode and talk about the AFC and NFC Championships, as well as a new hire as of today. That's right, Monday the 26th, we've got another member added to the offensive coaching staff for the Lions. So we've got the Super Bowl set, and the Lions have an OC and another offensive piece. That's what we're going to talk about today. But I want to kick it right off with a talk with Andrew. You've been wearing the Pat Riots hat. Now the Pat Riots find themselves in the Super Bowl. But today, shout out to the YouTube, you've got a different hat on.
Shout out to the YouTube. It was putting that together while you were a little tardy getting to recording here. Pat Riots is in the vehicle. We've been looking at some ugly temperatures here in Michigan, so that one's a little too chilly to wear right now. So I did go find my other hat that I'll review for you guys now. My Super Bowl winners. Dum, dum, dum. And the Chiefs win again.
Tommy, shut the cameras. Cut the cameras. This is...
Goodell's going to find a way.
The Texans I was cool with. The Chiefs? You kidding me right now?
Oh, everybody loves a heel. At least a portion of
How long have you had that?
Not long enough. I look good.
I've never seen, I don't know if I've ever seen that hat on you. And I don't know if I've ever seen the Texans hat, which is what you were wearing before you slapped that ugly black Chiefs hat on. Is that Texans hat new?
Yeah. No, it was a good one too.
That one's nice. I like the gray. Texans are a respectable team. Quarterback situation there, not so respectable. But we digress. Somebody that should probably be considering wearing hats, myself included, this guy, Drew Petzing, the new offensive coordinator. Andrew, you had some choice words to say about this man's appearance. Do you still stand by those words?
I don't take any baloney back. But what do we think his nickname's going to be?
Got a couple options in here.
Mitch, you first?
No, I don't think I will go first.
Ben?
Oh, well, if the bottle spinneth to me, I go with Drew Petzing, the bald cardinal. He's obviously not a cardinal anymore. Or the bald eagle.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking of more what Dan's going to call him. Dan's an initial guy. I don't know if he's going to go. I was thinking D Pets. I don't know.
Is that how you were thinking?
Yeah. It's real easy. This is a family show.
I think Zynga could play.
Zynga.
Buzzinga.
I don't know how I'm feeling about that one.
And then today, to add Mike Kafka, now we have not one Baldy, but two Baldies in that room.
Two Baldies, two offensive coordinators. Lots of brain power going on in the offensive planning room.
I'm already seeing the Rogaine commercials.
So, Andrew, and you before we jumped on, you said you were a Kafka fan. Can you tell us what you like about him?
I really just, it's nice to get an offensive mind in there that's got, dealt with a rookie, came into a tough situation, dealt with a rookie, don't forget this, and had a good showing. Off.
Would you say?
You guys tell me. MK, what does his name look like?
Would you say that when good things happen, good things tend to happen?
I would say when objects are in motion, they tend to stay in motion.
Sometimes it's like you're watching Josh Allen. It could also be Justin Herbert, though.
Or Kirk Cousins and the Hawk Tuas.
All those sound like interceptions.
Speaking of, how about Kirk Cousins during the halftime show? Nate Burleson say something, and Kirk's like, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah. Kirk, stop. Let him just finish his thoughts. You know what though, Andrew? You know what I like about Kafka? He's from the Andy Reid tree. This pleases us, I think, right? Because Petzing is the kind of run first guy, which I also said in that little recording. I think that's a no doubter that they're going to in the offensive line. I like that run tight end jumbo set guy. I like bringing Kafka in for his experience, some of the play schemes that he brought to the Giants this year. The Giants were not a terrible team. They were competitive throughout the year, and I think under Kafka they went 2-5 when he was interim. And again, fun football. Jackson Dart looked like he was having fun. So I'm excited. I like bringing several people in because this is also like Dan's gonna let those two run the show, and obviously he'll have some input, but I think you bring in two kind of opposing people in, and that's some healthy tension, some healthy friction to plan for the offense and see what's going to work for the run game and for Jared and the receivers.
Iron sharpens iron. Yeah, I like it.
What is Kafka's official role?
It just said high-level offensive assistant.
Okay, that's what I saw as well. I didn't know if that was reported. I think I saw too, Scotty is interviewing, where was he interviewing OC-wise? Was it Pittsburgh?
I did not see this.
Yeah, Scotty was interviewing for an OC role. I believe it was Pittsburgh's.
Ravens OC.
Ravens, thank you, sir. Over that way. So when I saw that Kafka was on board today, kind of made me a little nervous. We might be losing Montgomery. Feels like he's been there. Feels like he's been in hasn't had the reins, but hasn't been in like valuable positions while he's been here.
Yeah, on a couple different parts of the offensive coaching staff, and has, obviously the offense for the Lions has been the strong suit. So that's a reflection of what his work has done there too. So you're right. I do see that they interviewed him today, or had scheduled one for today. He's currently assistant head coach and wide receivers coach. So maybe this is kind of like a Scotty backfill in case he does go. But I think we'll get an official ruling on what high offensive rank means, but you get an idea of what that's going to be. I think Mitch is right on point with all of that. I think it's, you get an opportunity to bring in a great value with Mike Kafka, who at one point we thought could potentially even be the OC. He interviewed for the OC for the Lions, so they must have liked what they heard from him, just not enough to give him the full OC title. So if you can get two, I mean, great. I mean, that's awesome. And speaking to Mitch's point, obviously he played in the NFL as a quarterback and then moved to coaching. Started at Northwestern, immediately jumped up to the Chiefs and had a good time there, 4 or 5 years with the Chiefs. Shout out to your Chiefs hat earlier, Andrew. So had some success there, and then the Giants. Yeah, I mean the Giants were fun, and Mitch, you said I think 2-5 to end the season, but they had a really tough schedule. I believe they had the toughest strength of schedule on the year, so they were competitive in a lot of those close games and just lost them because they just didn't have enough material out there at the time. But I digress. Anyway, do you guys think with the signing of Drew Petzing as OC officially today in the building, do you think that brings hope that we might get David Montgomery back?
I think that's like kind of to Mitchell's point. Yeah. I think that's the Petzing role. Yeah, that's to get him more involved.
Was that Kirk Cousins?
No, I was trying to answer you, but I heard afterwards it came in like 10 seconds late.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. That'll happen on those big jobs. Well, so that's the word on the street is you bolster up that running back room and you keep David Montgomery and you bring in Petzing, who has showed success in the run game particularly. So it's exciting for that matter. And Mike Kafka to add to it, I would honestly say might be more excited for Kafka to be on the coaching staff than Petzing. And maybe that's because we just don't know a whole lot about what Petzing is going to bring, Zynga. But Mike Kafka, I think, is great value, and to have him in the tree is excellent. And I don't know how long Kafka sticks around. He could have 1 year here in Detroit and get another offensive coordinator position pretty quickly, I think.
I think you had mentioned that about McDaniel. Like, I think that's kind of the worry, right? Is like you don't want somebody that's in there 1 year and then gone the next. And that might be kind of to Dan's higher point is, all right, we made the leap, we did this, we don't want to do it again. We want to get the right people in here and stick them around for a while. So hopefully that's it.
Yeah, and if Petzing leaves you, maybe Kafka takes over as OC. For better or for worse.
Or Petzing gets to learn under Kafka for a full season. And then,
I think it's both.
you know, they kind of... What's that?
I think it's both. I think they learn from each other. I think they, you've got differing offensive styles gelling together. Sorry, I was distracted, you guys, by the Pro Bowler news. Did you catch that, Ben?
Is it mentioning Shedeur Sanders?
Oh, I meant Jared.
I heard it.
Oh, I saw Sanders was going to get the nod in the AFC because of all the injuries.
Yeah, I was totally talking about Jared Goff did get to replace Sam Darnold, but Shedeur getting to the Pro Bowl is absurd.
What a joke the Pro Bowl has become.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone who watches is just, why?
First, 5th round player to make the Pro Bowl since Puka.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not that impressive.
It wasn't with the Puka, but, you can imagine what the Instagram headline looked like. One bit on top with Puka at the bottom. Since Puka.
That's very Instagram-like. I can picture it right now. When you started
sleeping, he just immediately picked up the phone.
Well, Mufasa is infamously Instagramless, so I don't know where he would be searching for it. But anyway, he's a big YouTube Shorts guy. That's where he gets his content. Big YouTube Shorts guy. Which, by the way, you can watch us on YouTube every episode, Spotify video and YouTube. Like and comment. Guys, I think that about does it for the offensive talks. Unless you guys have any more, I wanted to shift to the rumor that we heard this week, which was Alex Anzalone potentially leaving Detroit, heading east to the New York Jets.
I don't think any of us are shocked by that. I feel like we kind of landed on that. We didn't think Anzalone was coming back. Just looking for a long-term deal. He wants to get paid. He should get paid. He deserves to get paid. I just don't think the Lions are ready to do that. And it feels like with Jack Campbell getting named the linebacker of the year, that's where they're going to push all their chips.
Oh, yeah, and rightfully so. They should. I think he definitely earned it. It's just more surprising that Anzalone would go back to, sorry to say it, another rebuild, right? Like, he had gone through the trenches with Detroit, kind of gotten to see what it is, and now you're going to leave and go to the Jets to do it all over again. Like, it just doesn't sound fun to me.
He loves adversity. He lives for it. That's all he wants.
But he's also going to, he's going to go be AG's field general. So that's probably got to be a big part of it. Like, he just wants to be able to go play his game.
I mean, I'm with you, but, winning is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Can't deny that. And maybe, Alex goes over to New York, plays for 3 or 4 years under AG, and if AG's still the coach there when he retires, Alex does. Maybe Alex joins and pulls a little Calvin Shepard, starts coaching up the linebackers. Seems like a coaching kind of guy, in my opinion. I think that's why he likes to be the signal caller. And if Jack Campbell's is going to get that. Oh, all right, we've got breaking news. Dan Campbell has cut his hair off. He looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's the latest from the Reddit post. They might be calling for Dan Campbell to let it all go.
I mean, he's got a nice head of hair, lucky to have it type of guy. But after seeing that picture, I don't know.
Got to get all the Baldies on staff.
You know who's going to be, who would be probably the last one to cut their hair is Calvin Shepard. He's not cutting that. He's not joining that bald crew.
He shouldn't
never.
be there. He should be everybody else bald but him.
That's only right. That's only right. Didn't Aaron Glenn, when he went to New York last season, didn't he want to get Derek Barnes over there too? So this isn't the first time he's tried to do this.
He's big on Barnes for sure.
I think Shep said told Holmes and Campbell Barnes is the one I have to have.
But he didn't get to. Didn't get to. And that's why they didn't have any turnovers on defense, because if they would have had Derek Barnes, they would have had turnovers.
We definitely would have had like minimum 32.
I think they had turnover options, Ben.
Ooh, bad on me. Yeah, no. INTs. They did have fumbles. I don't know how many, but ouch. Ouchie is right. You guys want to talk cap space? This is the
Make it make sense.
Well, look, didn't do a lot of homework on this, but I did see Lions Royalty post his annual tracker for the offseason and all the players who are currently free agents for the Lions and those that are going to leave, return, or retire. Obviously, nobody on that list yet, but Dan Skipper, who did retire. Happy for Dan. Great career. And time for coaching for him, it looks like. So,
did not know he played for a million teams. Do you guys realize that?
Dan Skip?
This was his third stint on the Lions.
Is that all? I thought he was on and off the Lions. Well, I guess he was on and off the practice squad.
Yeah. No, this is his third, like, in between other teams. I can't remember the full lineup, but it was like Cowboys, Lions, Raiders, got him with the Patriots, so good for Dan. That's one you'll never be able to take away. Gosh, I can't remember. Texans. There's a lot on there. Broncos.
I could see him up there in Mile High Country, 5280. Well, so from Lions Royalty, which he claims is cap space is from over the cap, Spotrac, and his own calculations, he's estimating the cap space this offseason to be negative 5.35. So are we worried? Are we worried? And I have a caveat to this. So maybe I should hit you with the caveat first.
Yeah, do it. Please caveat us.
So this does not include the 2026 draft class, of course. And there's a lot to come in the free agent market for the Lions. But the Lions can free up, count this, the Lions can free up $80 million with restructuring Goff, St. Brown, and Sewell's contract, which they're expected to attempt to do and probably succeed. But that's a big difference.
This is where I get lost, and I know I speak for me and the big fella. Like, when you just get to bend the rule time and you get to free up, the medium fella. You get to just like restructure deals and your negative cap space and all that. Like, it makes no sense to me. So they restructure Goff's deal, and then are we still paying him like $10 million a year after he's like, I just don't get it.
Just go the Brady route. Keep pushing.
Yeah. Be team friendly.
Keep pushing it. Just keep pushing it out. I'll take a team-friendly deal. I'll make money in advertising. He isn't Tom Brady, though, so.
He's got a couple commercials, right?
I think he's got some Little Caesars out there.
There's one that I'm trying to think of that he's in, but I can't.
Oh, Old Spice. He's an Old Spice guy.
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
Old Spice guy.
Are you talking about Tom or Jared?
Jared.
Our Lord and Savior, JG.
Well, he's also in that terrible, I think it's insurance commercial where it's the same dude. What are those? It's like with St. Brown.
Ones? Those gotta go.
Which bad. I hate that.
They're so bad we don't even remember who it is.
Yeah, like that's a sign of a horrible commercial. Between that and the RESPECT. Those birdseed commercials are getting worse and worse.
Now, Aiden, on the other hand, that guy can commercial.
Yeah.
Bill for it.
I agree.
Unbroken.
His sea captain one. Whew.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, some people are marketable, some aren't. You know, I on the news of the Dan Campbell off-season commercials, I did see he's filming a new one for Sam Bernstein. I believe it's Bernstein, and this time it's including Holly. Got a little behind the scenes. Holly's going to be in this one,
So there's gonna be some coffee in it.
I guess.
Did he peak at Applebee's? I think he might have.
Yeah, oh, that's a good
Which isn't
point.
a bad thing. Those commercials were hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got another round of them this offseason.
Over 80,000 combinations.
Applebee's hit with that one, but yeah, Applebee's struggling. I don't know. When's the last time you guys went to Applebee's?
It's been too long.
I tell you what, though, ours is the one on the Beltline.
Whoa, doxed.
What are we doing here?
Oh. Take it back. Tommy.
Clip it.
The one on the 49er freeway.
I was just talking to someone the other day, and they were like, the consensus between the both of us was, if I'm going to go out and spend the money, I'd rather go to a local spot, brewery, restaurant, whatever, right?
Yep.
But I never thought Applebee's always delivered, in my opinion. And maybe that's because half off apps when you're a college kid is just on a level of its own. But Applebee's was catching some shade. I was trying to stick up for them a little bit. I think Applebee's is the unsung hero of college days.
Good wings. They have good wings.
Good wings.
Did you have a point here about circling back to the cap space talk? Did you have a point here about Decker, Mitch?
I did. I sent this to you. I kind of had you write this down for Tommy. Write this down for us. So the Lions, if they cut Decker, which hopefully it doesn't come to that, and he just retires, like just retire, they could save, what was it, 18 million and change in cap space, and they'd have 3.14 in dead money. That was by far the biggest variance. It feels like that's coming anyways. I think I saw an article that they're kind of expected to make that move if he doesn't retire. I'm hoping he just retires. Another one was Graham Glasgow. I think his like cap to dead money difference wasn't quite as significant. And then Brock Wright was another one who may end up being a casualty. I think they could save $4 million in cap space, and that was like a 700,000 dead cap hit or dead money hit. So 3 guys to look out for, but obviously Decker solves their cap problems. I mean, obviously they're going to do a lot of that restructuring anyways because they're going to have to pay for their first and second round guys. And if you want to bring in some free agents, you're going to need some money, but that's a pretty significant piece of the pie if Decker does retire.
Yeah, Andrew, you were all over this. You wanted to trade him last offseason.
Should have been out with the old and with the new last year. I mean, we basically restructured the entire offensive line. Why not do the left?
That was sitting right in front of you, and you just said no. Out with the old, in with Manu, and you just said, nah.
Oh well, in with manure by his play at this point. Jeez, Pete, you want that one?
Is it worse than Decker? I think he was like 61 out of 69 possible like run block win rate.
One game and went to the IR. That's all he had.
Yeah,
it was
Thanks for all you've done for the city.
Well,
big charity guy, is he?
I have no idea.
Just made that up. I made it up. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like that's a move that they may make, cutting Decker. And it would be a hard move to make. He's served a lot of time here in Detroit, and it'd be hard to see him go. But for the cap savings and all that, it seems like that's the way front office would lean.
Nice. What a great way to phrase that.
What did I say? Serve a lot of time?
Served a lot of time here in Detroit.
I mean, he was there in the Patricia days. We all know how those days went. Patricia and Quinn. Yeah.
God, can you imagine how many, during Patricia's tenure, how many Uncrustables the lot?
Jeez.
And I don't think the players ate them.
No. Record-breaking levels. Did you guys see Quinn? Bob Quinn got hired by the Falcons front office? I thought that was funny.
To do what?
I guess front office.
What's he been doing?
Operations, ticket sales.
I feel like that whole like Matt Ryan
High school
thing is kind of weird, and I love that CBS just replaced old white quarterback with old white quarterback.
with both former Falcons, or I guess Kirk's still
Current
technically
Falcon.
a Falcon, right?
Old current Falcons, yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah. I will say something nice about Kirk Cousins. He looked nice. Like he had the full Coles outfit
Kirk
going
Cousins
on.
seems like a very solid human being.
Yeah. You get those people in Michigan,
Pure
Michigan bred. Might
We'll
save
say
this.
Brock
go
Wright.
ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if he will be a casualty. Probably going to depend a lot on Sam Laporta's health. But I will say we draft a tight end, 3rd rounder later. See you later.
Well, we
It's
draft a
coming.
tight end every single year since the beginning of time, so
Well,
pretty-
then buckle in, Brock.
people forget.
Yeah, Brock
Shout out Eric Ebron.
and roll might be over soon. But yeah, I think you're right, Andrew. It's a good point. Sam Laporta, his condition with his back injury, which I heard positive news, optimistic news about it, that he'd be ready to go by training camp. So had I don't want to misquote this, but a herniated disc, I believe, was the official. We had wondered what the back injury was, and I think we got firm news on that, and that he would be rehabbing and be ready for training camp. So that's good.
I was told that that would paralyze a normal human, so he's just more than man, I guess.
Born in Iowa, bred in Iowa, that's how it goes. The Hawkeyes. I don't know if he was actually born in Iowa, but he went to Iowa. Don't quote me on that.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, well, we'll pretend. This show, the rules don't matter.
For facts.
You guys want to talk about or facts?
Yeah.
Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? Sam Laporta is from Iowa. I'm gonna guess fiction. What you guys think about Mike McCarthy going to the Steelers, transitioning to NFL talk?
Are you baiting? Do you want me to say the quote?
Yes, please.
Okay, I don't know who to credit this to, but someone online who knows how to tickle our funny bones said, going from Mike Tomlin to Mike McCarthy is like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. And I don't think there could have been a more accurate way to comically describe that transition. And Mike Tomlin is a guaranteed 10 to 11 wins per year. I think Mike McCarthy is 11 to 12 wins per year. I just told you guys. I think McCarthy raises your floor but doesn't raise your ceiling. And I think I don't get it. If I was a Steelers fan, I'd be a little perturbed. I don't know about you guys, but I'd be a little annoyed.
Got a Steelers fan who's close to us here, and when the news broke, we immediately reached out to him because we had to know. He said the first response was not thrilled at all, period, and then followed it up with had a feeling it was going to happen. Unfortunately, since he's from Pittsburgh, just a complete waste of time, in my opinion. We need innovation, not a dinosaur stuck in the past.
Okay.
End quote. Yep. So. Yeah, there's the pulse of the Pittsburgh.
Well, at least the dinosaur is stuck in the past. If it was stuck in the present, that would be much more frightening.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Papa P. So, yeah, I mean, I was that notification came through, and I had to read it like 6 times. Could not believe that they made such a lateral move to go from Tomlin to McCarthy.
Again, like I genuinely think he races the floor, but it's like you get in, and instead of the bottom 2 seeds, you're the 4th or 5th seed every year. Like, all right, sweet, and then you probably still get bounced. I think that's a glaring lack of ownership. Like feeling what the fans are feeling, like no connection to the fans. Like the fans are blessings. I think we've kind of drawn this comparison. Like the Red Wings were stuck in this doldrum with Babcock, where they went to the playoffs every single year. They had the longest streak, and it's just like, all right, well, it's fun to go, but like we know we're out in the first round, so it's time for something different. And yeah, you got to go through. Yeah, you got to go through some rebuilding years, but blessings. Seems like you can mute your mic. There's a button right on top. But yeah, I just, I don't get it. I'd be upset. I think you guys are in agreement. I think it's just kind of a joke. The Steelers are the laughing stock, and Steelers fans will all circle the wagons next year and be like, "Oh, who's laughing now? We got 12 wins." And I'm going to say, "Yeah, told you so."
Yeah. They don't have a quarterback, though. I mean, maybe Rodgers comes back, but they don't have another option.
I don't think him and McCarthy were like best buds.
That doesn't seem like it. Does not seem like it. You said in your little talk there, you said, did you say races the floor or raises the floor?
Races to the floor for crumbs?
Yeah, see, that's what I was wondering if that's where you were going with that, because
raises
he
the
hasn't
floor
raced much.
The ceiling is the exact same. So now there's just a little less room for Steelers fans.
Crazy, too, because that division is going to have 3 of 4 teams with new head coaches next year.
So even more so, now is the time to go get someone. And I'm seeing a lot of, and we kind of talked about this, like with so many openings, like at a certain point, there were how many coordinator jobs open? Because for every head coaching opening, there's 2 coordinator jobs open, and quarterbacks, coaches, wide receiver, and a lot of those guys are going to do the shuffle. Like NFL coaching is a ton of shuffling every year. I don't know. Take a risk. Take a risk on Shula from the Rams. Someone go get Flores. I know Flores got extended, but I think it was part of his extension that he could still go. He could still go talk to teams. I think there are people and guys out there that could have brought at least some excitement to the organization, because it feels like you opened the window for a breath of fresh air and someone came and farted right outside.
And his name was Mike.
Yeah, and that's a crop dusting you don't want.
They said, "Come on in. The water's fine. Well, we don't have a quarterback for you, but we're hoping for big things here in Pittsburgh."
We don't have a quarterback, but we got lots of pickles and French fries
and Uncrustables.
Come be a Yinzer.
Yeah, a curious move from Pittsburgh, nonetheless. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we had 9 or 10 coach openings? 11? What did we get up to?
Did it end up being a 10? Did it peak at 10?
Almost a third of the league.
It was too much to keep track of. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Black Monday when it's like 5 or 6 guys are, you get the organizations that need the turnover, but it's a 9, 10 guys. It's like, all right, over 20, you're telling me 30% of the league is now just completely vacant. And to me, that leads to a bad product on the field.
Yeah, that was my next question, was quality of the NFL. I mean, we saw it this year, defensive heavy year. Look at the teams out of the AFC that came out, the Texans and the Patriots, and then the Broncos, and a 10-7 game that we had yesterday between the Broncos and the Patriots, Pat Riots. Obviously, weather played a huge factor in that. A lot of missed field goals, and probably would have been a higher scoring affair had the snow not come down in such droves. But it's just been a defensive year. I mean, you got Sam Darnold in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, I should say, for the Seahawks. And granted, he's had one heck of a year, and Mike McDonald has really unlocked him even further than Kevin O'Connell already did. But a lot of that's on the backs of that Seahawks defense as well. So it's just been a defensive-heavy year, and I feel like it's been a lack of flash in the offense. When we've been in such a period in the NFL the last 10 years or so, it's been such an offensive, flash-heavy league, lots of points, lots of yards, and I don't know, maybe I just wasn't feeling the pulse of it this year, but it didn't seem like an offensive year at all. And I'm wondering if that's a shift here in the NFL. And it kind of makes me excited to have Petzing for that reason, because I feel like his mold, his fit will work well in the current state of the NFL as it seems to kind of turn here, shifting to more of a grinded out league. College football kind of the same way with Indiana. I think I got a not bad from the man in the middle.
I'm not a college football guy. You know that. Don't look at me.
No Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, retirement kind of turns you off of what you used to know.
He retired?
Andrew retired from college football.
True.
He unmuted and he has no idea what to say.
Mitchell, moving on. Thank you, guys.
Well, we should have the college football expert on maybe after the Super Bowl and get a pulse of the college football world, because it seems like it's changed completely and it's getting crazier and wilder. The stories with the NIL money and all that and the coaching situations and all the likes seem like it's in a almost kind of on a really bad trajectory from the outside looking in, for my opinion. And I'd love to know the college football expert's thoughts, because he knows it much more vastly than I do. Super Bowl picks. We all kind of have a representation in here. Papa B, you got the Pat Riots still alive, and I have the Seahawks.
Womp, womp, womp. So close.
You were. Do you think if the snow hadn't fallen, do you think the Broncos would have won?
I think if coaches would just learn to take points when you can change legitimate possessions, like the number of possessions that you're leading by, we might be in a different scenario. I don't know that for sure, but that game when the snow really started falling, that just became a disaster. It was fun because the snow was falling, and then it was like, all right, nobody's do this. It wasn't the Lions-Eagles snow game. It just got boring fast.
And the Pat Riots with their all-white uniforms was an incredible stealth move by them.
It was.
Who picked that? I don't know, but brilliant. Couldn't see him out there.
That game was tough because it's just like, how clear is Dan Campbell a disciple of Sean Payton? Like, kick the field goals, and then, like you said, when you see the weather late in the game, it's like, all right, so now we're going to be kicking this to win it, but we could, or tie, and we could have been kicking to win. It is what it is.
I like the game sealing the last two plays. So Stidham threw the pick and basically just stared his receiver down the entire time. In the play before that, he had a guy one-on-one and kind of like pumped it, came back and did the little shovel thing. I feel bad. That's a really tough spot to be thrown into. Yeah, but that's not Stidham's best, not Payton's best either, though. Like, Payton's supposed to be an offensive guy, and that's been their biggest area of weakness all season. So it's pretty tough. I would expect the Broncos to be around. That defense is, if they can just score like 3 more points a game, like
not much. Don't need much.
I mean, like, their defense is so good. It's ridiculous.
Well, shout out to you, because you called for the Broncos to make the AFC Championship in the preseason. So congratulations.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's a great call.
And we were joking about it. If that snow game was Texans Broncos, it would have gone into overtime at 0-0. And they might still be playing if it was Texans Broncos.
Longest game ever.
Yeah. But
it would have been a race between the snow and who could score.
Yeah.
Which would
end
first.
Night, and I agree with you. I don't see the Super Bowl beating Seahawks Rams. It's a fun game. It had everything you want: fireworks, special teams, dramatic moments, chance for a comeback at the end. I thought that was a ton of fun. Feel bad for our guy. I think all of us and a lot of people probably wanted Stafford to go get a chance at another one, and I think Rams or Seahawks booty worked the Patriots.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a shame. The NFC is so strong, and you're right. I was thinking that the Super Bowl was last night, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Pat Riots could show up hard here against the Seahawks and put up quite a fight and shoot, maybe even win. They do have Rabel. I think they've got he elevates that team, and so does Mike McDonald on the other side. So coaching is kind of a push, in my opinion. But if Rabel is going to, I imagine Rabel will keep that game competitive, but I just don't see it not falling flat for the Pat Riots, and it could be a little lackluster in terms of the fireworks, I think.
I think the Seahawks are the better team, but I think the Rams would have beat the Patriots by more, just by the veterans on that, like have the guys that have been there between Stafford, McVay. I think the Rams probably would have taken, because you're gonna see some jitters between the Seahawks and the Patriots. I think Mike McDonald seems like an unflappable guy. I feel like it's just a psychopath move to broadcast that you see your son 30 minutes a week. So I kind of, for a few reasons, I don't. It just disturbs me and disgusts me that Patriots fans have had to go 8 years without being like, go away. They don't deserve it. It's not fair. I think there's a cool redemption story and career arc for Sam Darnold. I think it would be cool. He seems like a likable. I don't know how you hate Sam Darnold, and I just feel bad for Mike McDonald's son. Like, if you're gonna do it, you might as well get a ring, and then maybe there's less pressure next year.
Yeah, that was a wild segment. Caught that one as well. Speaking of kids, real quick before you go, Papa B, you guys catch that Kelly Stafford put out the camera footage of Matthew getting home last night about 2:30 in the morning after the loss, still tucking his kids into bed, giving them a goodnight kiss?
Who's letting their kids stay up that late?
Well, they were already asleep, I believe.
Well, how do you tuck in sleeping kids?
I don't know.
Well, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, there's only one father here.
I mean, you still tuck. You just get a little tuck and a kiss.
Okay,
My bad. Yeah, it's a bummer because I think had he won the Super Bowl or even gone to the Super Bowl and just balled out, he probably retires. It wouldn't shock me if he retired either way, but he just had the best season of his career. So I think him and McVay sit down. It's like, hey, let's go run it back one more time and see what we got in the tank. They were close. I mean, they were literally so close. And I think they've got the core guys to do it. So I like to see him.
Yeah.
Like to see him strap up one more time. And maybe next year he loses to the Lions in the NFC Championship. But
manifest it.
I think he's going to get his. If he gets his MVP, good for him. He's got done doing his time in Detroit, and got his ring. Hopefully gets an MVP. Good for him. He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, as he should. It'd be interesting to see if he does retire or come back. I mean, that Rams team is good. They're going to have no problems being just as good next season. Super Bowl set. Papa B, you got any thoughts?
No, I'm just a little more intrigued. What's this? What's his name? Only sees his kid for 30 minutes a week.
As soon as he said, "What's his name?" So he basically was just like, he just like eats, sleeps, breathes football in the office, and goes home. But correct me if I'm wrong. He's just like, I'm watching film. I'm in the office. I'm doing I see my son like 30 minutes a week or half an hour a week, whatever. Like, all right.
It was a little wild. Yeah.
Sick rag. All right. That's
he seems like a psycho, like, sycophant coach. Good for him. I mean, good for the Seahawks. Shout out to the Seahawks GM. I don't know his name, but I think it's the first GM in history who's had taken a team to the Super Bowl with a completely different roster and head coach.
Wow.
I mean, can't argue with that.
That's actually insanely impressive.
They're doing things well. And they're doing things well there in Seattle. And the crowd is electric as well. It's a shame.
Oh, it's crazy. Those guys get so loud. Are we gonna plug the DC hater? Is that what we're setting up for here?
No. I think we save that for the next episode. because we
Thank
do got to
goodness.
get out of here. But yeah, maybe we tease it here a little bit. You know who you are, number one shareholder. I texted him last night, told him he was way ahead of things on the Mike McDonald talk from November 2nd, 2022. He's talking about this guy.
Yeah, but good for you. He who shall not be named. That actually, you said that, and I was like, that's impressive. Getting out ahead of the curve that far. That's something.
Yeah, had a lot of good things to say. We'll play that clip in the next episode. Want to save it for that. And that next episode,
called him Titty Boy a lot last year. Now I feel bad.
Yeah, see, this is why context matters, Mufasa. Context matters in the grand scheme of things. Next episode, we'll be back following the Super Bowl here in a couple weeks, and then we'll break until free agency in March, and then we'll break again until the draft, and then we'll be breaking again until training camp. So
keep your eye out for minisodes.
Minisodes, yes, like the last one. Shout out to everyone that caught it. If you didn't, go back and listen to it. We all touched on Drew Petzing, the hire, on the bleeding edge of the hire. Breaking news 5 minutes before we recorded. So we did a little phone thing solo. It was pretty cool. Shout out for Tommy for putting that all together. I know I kind of lost the train of thought there and just kind of went off the rails, but I think we're back. Thank you, shareholders. Become a shareholder today. If you aren't one already, what the heck are you doing? You can watch us on YouTube if you want to see these handsome faces, and Spotify video as well. Like, follow, rate 5 stars. Pardon? Let's go Lions. Let's go Pistons.
Let's go Griffins.
Yeah.
You forget every time, Ben.
That's your line.
Meow.